Hey folks, good morning. Good morning to you. Old single dad checking in. Where am I? The Philippines. Welcome to my show. It's a cool morning here in the Philippines, which is very nice because this dirty kitchen, it's got like louvers. It's enclosed, but you know, it's open air. But in the hot summer months, it turns into an oven. But this morning we walked out here and it was cooler out here than it was in the house. So now we can go back to using the dirty kitchen more. Hopefully. God, don't, my gosh.
It's not smell bad.
For the love of humanity, please don't put those fish in my face like that. My gosh. I have nightmares for weeks.
Nightmare, no more.
Oh.
You're the one who buy that.
Anyhow, with the torrential rains and the heat, you know, like when it's raining, the mosquitoes, and we just haven't been able to use the dirty kitchen. But now, hopefully, the rains have stopped for the year. Knock on wood. But it's cool. And it's wonderful to use the dirty kitchen when the weather's nice. I gave Big Pumpkin back her gas tank. She's real excited about that. She can use her stove once again. She's got 3 burners over there, where before she was just using the one little induction burner because I needed that gas tank and the regulator for my pizza oven. But she's been complaining. The ladies are supposed to have a party here on Sunday, which they may change the location. I said, okay.
Well, I don't know if they change. I just.
Okay, anyhow.
Head of the time.
Right, all I'm concerned about is my pizza oven's down for the count till I go get me a big tank and a regulator. You too lazy to go up there. Yeah, I got too much shit going on, you know? So in today's video, what was I gonna talk about? A lot of times, folks, I have no idea what I'm going to talk about until I sit down in the chair. I hit record on the camera, and I'm staring at that red button like, what in the hell? What in the hell am I going to talk about? I don't write scripts here. So everything that I'm about to tell you is just a random thought that popped into my head. You know, this morning, glancing at the old YouTube, and it's about retirement. Now, I do a lot of talks here about retirement, about things that you may not have thought about. And you can check out my playlist. I have a playlist of videos about retirement. People say, what do you know about retirement? You know, how did you retire? How long you been retired? Folks, let's clarify something. There ain't nothing about this guy that's retired. I'm just getting started at 52. I wake up every day and I just...
52 or 53?
Somewhere in there. Every day I wake up and I look at... I am just getting started in life. I'm just getting started in my relationship with this old girl. I'm just getting started as a father. How can I be better today than I was yesterday? I'm just getting started on this platform, the old YouTube. Every day I wake up and I look at life like I am just getting started. There ain't nothing about me that's retired and never will be until it's time to take a dirt nap. Then you can say, hey, is he gonna retire? Well, he's dead. He died yesterday. Yeah, he finally retired. The word retire is some shit made up in America, I guess, because the rest of the world don't understand the word retirement, retirement planning. Okay, that's an American thing that you're so fucking programmed to worry about and think about. And when you leave America for a long time, like I have, and you look from the outside in, there's so much just ridiculousness about our culture and our country. Americans and our fucking paperwork. But the thing that they will never talk about in all these retirement videos is what if you died today or tomorrow or in a month You plan on getting Social Security. I'm gonna wait till I'm 66 so I get another $34, and you die at 63. You could have drawn what I think it's 62. You could have got some free money for a fucking year, or got your money back for a year before you died. So nobody keeps that in mind, and everybody plans that they're gonna live to be a fucking 100, and they never make it anywhere close. And you're just giving up good years if you wait too long. And so the purpose of this video is to say, stop listening to all of these YouTube gurus. Stop it, because they will put you in a state of analysis paralysis. I really learned that term years ago when I was messing around with marketing and messing around with the websites and sidebars and all this stuff and sales funnels. And if you put too many products in front of a person, they're like a coon dog that's treed 8 coons or 8 squirrels, and you don't know which tree to bark up first. You have to narrow it down, right? So analysis paralysis will just cause you to make 0 decisions and take 0 actions, and the next thing you know, you're fucking dead. Oh, that joker, he was planning for his retirement and he died. Oh yeah, 'cause he's been planning for way too many fucking years and he took 0 action. So I'm gonna keep it fresh in your mind that the main element you need to plan for is that you're gonna die a lot sooner than you expect. Because every dude that I've seen over here, now look, I'll tell you why I'm an expert on retirement. I punched out at an early age, mid-30s. And every friend, every person I've met over here, I'm always the youngest guy in the bar. I've had drinking buddies. Most of my buddies, when I used to have like real drinking buddies, they're mid-60s on up to fucking 80, 65 to 80. And here I am, late 30s, hanging out with these guys every day for years. There was a time period, that's all I did was go drink every day. Hey, easy. You're crowding the talent here. So throughout the years, you go to a bar, you're drinking with a dude for 6 months, next thing you know, he doesn't show up at the bar. And you're like, hey, what happened to him? Maybe he had to go back to his home country. Nobody knows. And then finally his Thai wife would come around. Oh, he died. We take him to temple. Dial out. He's dead already. So none of these guys that I've ever known has made it anywhere near the target date that they thought they needed to plan to. Never. So if you're planning to make a change, you're planning on retiring, you need to keep that element in mind, that you're probably not going to make it to what you're planning to. And number 2, take some fucking action and stop listening to everybody else. You have to decide what's best for you. Yeah, you sitting there petting your Labrador, all alone, ain't had a woman in 30 years or whatever you're doing. You want to make some changes, come over here and live the good life with an Asian girl, or go to Central America. Many days I wake up and I reflect back to my days in Guatemala, and I wonder, why in the fuck am I not sitting in Central America right now? The food, come back down to reality. That fish brought me back to reality. You got to take some action, and at some point stop the research. Yes, you have to have enough money to live. How much money do you need to retire in the Philippines, or a place like the Philippines? I'm going to simplify it. I'm going to simplify it for you. This is my theory, my strategy. It may have creeped up a little bit with inflation, but here it is. How much money do you need to retire in a place like the Philippines? It's the 1, 2, 3 rule. If you're willing to live like a local, live frugal, you don't go out to eat foreign guy food, you don't drink, you don't smoke, 1,000 US dollars per month, you can live here. That's the least amount you need over time. If somebody tells you, oh, I live on 350 bucks, they're not factoring in trips back to their home country, unexpected this, that, and the other. Just put it in your mind. You want simplicity. And I'm trying to take the analysis paralysis out of this. 1, 2, 3. You want to live like a local? $1,000 a month. You want to drink, smoke, occasionally go out to eat, do those things? $2,000 a month. If you're going to drink, smoke, and chase the ladies on Walking Street every night, you need $3,000. Okay? That's my 1, 2, 3 rule. There you go. No need to look at spreadsheets or anything else. Okay? Obviously, the more money you have, the better. Okay? That's stating the obvious. Being Captain Obvious for a minute there. The more you can squirrel up, the better. But don't trade 5 good years of your life in your 60s to squeak out an extra 200 bucks a month. You're not going to make it. It's not worth it. Okay, you can't buy back time. How much is time? How much would you spend to have another year on your life? Okay, well, if you're about to die, you would give everything you got to buy 1 more year, but you can't fucking do it. All right? If modern medicine can't save you and it's your time, you can't buy another fucking year. All right? So, 1, 2, 3, what kind of player are you? You want to live locally out in the province? $1,000 a month. You can live here. Well, you can even live here on $1,000 a month. I'm just going to stick to 1, 2, 3. Chase the ladies, you need 3. You know, drink, smoke, bring 2. Live like a local, $1,000. That's all the, ow, mother, no, goddamn fish. Baby, I'm trying to make an award-winning show here.
I told you already.
Not only are,
That's going to pop.
not only are my nostrils not going to be right for, oh. You understand the framing and everything that goes together in setting up this award-winning show?
It's going to pop now.
Well, why didn't you cook something else? I didn't know you were going to put them damn fish in there and I'll put my eye out.
Allah, I told you though.
Well, the problem is I got the focus lock, and this is where the talent's supposed to sit. Damn. Need one of them grinding helmets that we used to be forced to wear around here. During that lockdown shit. Man, what a degrading experience. Only those of us who were here can even come close. Imagine walking into Walmart wearing a mask and a fucking grinding helmet everywhere you went. Anyhow. So, the point of the video, obviously do all your research, but at some point, sooner than later, it's a little less talk and a lot more action. It's like when I play badminton with my daughter. Okay, I'm ready. I got my badminton racket. I'm like, okay, serve it. And she wants to talk. Well, we could do this. We could do this. We could serve the birdie. Hit the birdie. And finally, I'm like, Maria, a little less talk, a lot more action, or I'm going and sitting down and I don't want to play no more because you're not hitting the birdie. So at some point, a little less talk and a lot more action. Or you're going to end up dying right where you're at, and all your dreams and all your plans and all your research was for nothing. There you go. It's a hot topic. These videos get a lot of views. There's a whole fucking industry around retirement planning. Somebody's gonna sell you some fucking insurance.
It's not bad smell. It's not like a toyo. This is just tinapali.
Okay,
like
I agree. It's not the stinky fish, but it still don't smell like a mahi or a tuna or.
Smell it.
Yeah, it smells like burnt. 3-week-old fish is what it's.
You buy the tinapa, not the toyo.
Well, I had 50 pesos in my pocket, and I thought about you, baby.
The tinapa is just like we make it smoke only, like a smoke. Like you're grilled before.
You know why I treat you so good, baby? Because you're worth it. Down on Walker Street, investigating the prices. The prices of ladies' drinks in some establishments are 290 pesos if you want to buy a lady a drink in the bar. So due to the inflation of ladies' drinks on Walker Street here in Angeles City, her seafood budget has got cut. Used to, if I went out, partying, hanging out, whatever, I bring home some good stuff. But now I have 50 pesos left over. Picked up that fish, looked like it'd been sitting out there for 3 weeks, but hell, she don't give a damn. Anyhow, what's your vision of retirement? What is your vision? I told you how much money you need. Can you do it? Of course you can do it. All right, I'm sitting here on the other side of the globe. There's tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of expats not living in their home country. It can be done. Is it scary at first, especially if you're not a world traveler? Of course it's scary. I had a whole lot of concerns before I punched out, and I told the story many times. This brother from America that was playing in the band over at Lucifer and Patio, used to play in Gravity 7. Talked to him in between sets one time. Like, man, I want to move over here, but I ain't got no insurance. I'm this. And he's like, man, shit, you just making goddamn excuses. He said, I got insurance like 300 something bucks a year. What's your next excuse, man? You just damn coming up with excuses. Just man the fuck up and move if that's what you want to do. Dude went right back up on the stage. So I appreciate you punking me out that night, man. I'll never forget it, because you're one of the things that pushed me over the edge to say, you know what? I am just making excuses. You're programmed to stay underneath that fucking safety umbrella, the matrix of the United States. Got to have insurance on everything. Got to have this, got to have your 401k, got to have this, got to have everything. All these fucking anchors and constraints. And then you die before you can spend one day laid up on the beach drinking beer. There's nothing certain in life, right? Everything's about, there's an element of risk to everything we do in life. But folks, I'm 52. Okay? Now, I'm young and I'm still getting started. But do you think that my attitude is going to be the same in 10 years when I'm 62? I'm going to care less and give a lot less fucks when I'm 62 than I am at 52. Fast forward to 72. I ain't going to give a fuck about nothing. Okay, at 82, if I make it that far, do you think I give a shit about anything going on in the world at 82? You see how that works? So at some point, you got to just quit worrying and take some action. The other thing my buddy said, I just talked about that. He said, hey man, what's the worst that can happen? You move over there 5 years, you go broke, come back, get a job. That's a totally different discussion, because if you leave these days, it's a lot harder to go back because of inflation. I get it. But the flip side of the coin is, if you're sitting over there with all that inflation, you can't fucking eat anyhow. I watch these videos where 80-year-old woman has to go to work as an Uber driver just to buy food. Look, I think the word retirement, I took that out of my vocabulary. I did a video on it, and I recommend you do that as well. To retire should mean to pass on, to die. Retire. He retired. What? Take that word out of your fucking vocabulary. And then you realize that all you're doing is moving. You're gonna move. Okay? You're gonna move and you gotta make it on what money you got coming in, right? So if you're in Florida and you have X amount of money coming in and you gotta go drive for Uber just to buy fucking ramen noodles, well, it makes a hell of a lot of sense to move to a place like the Philippines or Central America or Mexico, where your money goes a lot farther. Does that make sense? There's just too much on the word retirement like it's a fucking wall. Like you're looking up at this big ass, you're looking at the Great Wall of China. That's the retirement wall. How do I get over this fucking wall and everything's just gonna be hunky-dory on the other side? Which is not reality. There's perception versus reality. Your perception of retirement is this, and reality is way the fuck over here. So why not just take the word out of your vocabulary and stop thinking like that. You get to a point where in your job you can pull some money, you can apply for Social Security. Now how much do I got coming in? Now do I want to move somewhere? Do I want to move? Do I want to squeak out some extra money doing something online? Do I want to stay where I'm at and work? But a man with no purpose is a dead man. I use that statement, that philosophy all the time. A man with no purpose is a dead man. And when I used to go to the bar every day and drink with all these dudes, I was among the dead. It was like we were fucking zombies. Everybody who I hung out with, we were all walking dead men at that point because we had no purpose. The only common purpose that we had every day was to gather at the bar and fucking drink and hang out with these bar girls. And at some point you realize that that's not a purpose. You're just fucking waiting to die, but in a different form. So for several years, I was a dead man because I had no purpose. Now, I was up this morning at 03. I was up this morning at 03. I don't even know what time it is now, but I do more by 7 a.m. than most people do all day. You know, the old Army thing was more by 9 a.m. I do more by 6 a.m. than most people do all day. I feel a lot better. I'm not drinking anymore. But I'm sort of getting off the topic. The topic is retirement, and too much information causes analysis paralysis, and it will cause you and scare you not to take action. And another way to do things, if you're that scared to take any action or make a move, have somebody watch your house. Have somebody watch your house or check on your house. Send your fucking Labrador over to your son or daughter's house. Say, hey, look, you got to watch this fucking Labrador. Why? Because I'm going to Mexico for 3 months to see if I like living down there. I'm going to do a 3-month trial. And I need you to watch my house and watch this damn dog. And you roll out for 3 months and figure out if that's the way you want to live life. Sort of ease into it. Because 3 months is a hell of a lot different than going somewhere on vacation for 1 week. If you go on vacation for 1 week or even 2 weeks, that's a vacation. It is totally different than living life in that country as an expat, using that term. Just do a fucking trial run. And then all of a sudden it takes that barrier, that fear, all the way down. Why you need to do big planning for a fucking 3-month trip? You don't need to plan for that. You just need to get somebody to watch your crib and take care of that dog for 3 months. Book a ticket, pack your bag, and go. And after 3 months, you'll have a more informed decision of, okay, well, all right, I do like it here. Or I miss my dog and my F-150 and my guns and my tools, and you go back. And then you can't afford to pay all your bills, start driving for fucking Uber like that 80-year-old woman does. Which to me is just sad, because what it means is she doesn't have enough family, and the family bonds aren't there. It's a cultural problem in America. There's too much individualism to where an 80-year-old woman has to fend for herself, and she shouldn't have to. And it takes a while of being around the Asian culture, or Central America, pretty much everywhere but the West. People take care of their family in a different way, to where when you turn 82, you're not driving a fucking Uber. Is that really safe? How the hell can Uber, I guess that would be age discrimination, but you get in the Uber and there's an 80-something-year-old woman driving? It's just not smart. That's not safe. I'm not cool with that. I'll tell you right now, right up front, I will say there needs to be an age limit on driver's licenses, period. At 75, that's the end of your fucking driving. I don't care about your independence. I care about everybody else around you and my kids and everybody else's children. When you're 75, your reflexes are just too slow. Let somebody else fucking drive. And guess what? You shouldn't have to drive. You should have kids driving you around, treating you like a damn king.
You're going to pour your coffee. Don't waste that. Drink that.
I'm not wasting my coffee. I'm not going to waste a drop of this shit. It's 20 pesos. You done got me off track, baby. I'm sitting there, got my blood pressure up because this poor woman's having to drive a damn taxi. She's having to drive a Grab car. She's 82 years old. What do you think about that?
He told you she's still driving taxi.
Okay, well that ties right into yesterday's video that pissed a lot of people off, that I said it's called Why I Stopped Dating at 52. Those titles pissed me off yesterday.
He helped me then.
I ain't never gonna stop dating. I ain't never gonna stop chasing the ladies. If I get rid of this one, I'm gonna trade her in for like a 22-year-old. Nah, 24. 24 is the magic number. 20, I'm gonna trade you in for a 24-year-old when you turn 34. So, got a few more years in office before you have to retire. I'm just kidding. I'm all over the map. There's no script, if y'all ain't figured it out. But anyhow, I got pissed off because all these dudes are out there giving advice. Oh, I'm alone. It's such wonderful. It's so wonderful. Blah, blah, blah. Basically what they're saying is they gave up on life. You gave up on life, and other people are giving up on life, and they want that comfort to say it's okay that you gave up on life. It's okay. Misery loves fucking company. Okay? I'm gonna kick you in the different direction. Metaphorically speaking, I'm pushing you in the other direction. Those people, if you look at get busy living or get busy dying, they're choosing the dying route. I choose to live. And here's the thing, the danger if you don't have kids, or if you don't have an old lady, or you don't have family, you know what happens? Or you have family that care for you? You're 82 driving a fucking Uber. That's what happens. So all these lonely souls who have sworn off dating, I'm not having kids, I'm not talking to my family. All right, just keep your driver's license current. Who's gonna take care of your ass if you live to be 82? I can tell you who's gonna take care of me. Well, number one, I'm gonna take care of myself, because I'm not ever gonna head to the rocking chair, because I'm gonna stay active all the time. And if I get to the point where I can't wipe my own ass, that's it. I'm out. I'll tell you right now, ain't nobody wiping my ass but me. If it gets to the point where I need help, that's it. Give me a bottle of Jack Daniels, It's been nice knowing you. Not everybody thinks like that. But as I slow down, I'm gonna have kids running around. I'm gonna have old ladies running around. Some of their family members. I don't plan on sitting in my house alone at 82 trying to figure out how to fill out a fucking application on the Grab app to drive a damn Grab car or Uber, whatever you want to call it. Anyhow, that's my talk this morning. Oh, this guy don't know nothing, taking his advice. It's the worst video on the internet. Keep it coming. I eat that shit for breakfast. But it's like my buddy. I talk about him a lot. Shout out to you, man, if you're still watching. I ain't talked to you in years, brother. This dude was always talking about opening a comedy club. I mean, just always researching locations. Had everything in his head to open up this fucking comedy club. As far as I know, just never did it. Never pulled the trigger. Went out, signed your name on a fucking loan, rolled the dice. Just never did it. What's wrong with taking that risk? What would have been wrong? Taking the risk, open up a fucking comedy club. Either succeeds or it don't. At some point, you got to take a risk. And quit listening to all the gurus and the thousands of hours and every little technical, minute detail. Will the VA fucking cover scraping the corns off of my big toe? It's not on the small toe, it's on the big toe. Who fucking cares? If you're miserable where you're at, little less talk and a lot more action. You'll figure it out. Alright? Fuck them corns. Just toss a couple beers back, fuck them corns. Go in there and book a flight. Pack your shit and roll out. See how it goes. I just told you the biggest thing. How much money do you need? 1, 2, 3. Which player are you? What else is there to fucking talk about? All right? And then you can come over and live the stress with this one cooking stinky fish and bagaong and complaining and, you know, all the things that go with living as an expat. If the audio's messed up, maybe, do you realize that's one of our good bowls and you're scraping off the bottom of the good bowl? Don't we have bamboo and wood spoons in there? You've already destroyed this pot's non-stick surface too. That's the second pot within, what, 8 months that they destroyed the non-stick surface. I bought a large 3.2 quart. She likes that because it's lighter. I don't like the taste, but I gotta lift the stuff and help her out. She hates lifting the damn cast iron. But they've destroyed that non-stick surface in there too by using forks in there scraping to get the eggs up. They don't understand the non-stick surface part is dangerous. There you go, baby. Now you got your wooden spoon. So, baby, we got any chismes about the village? We'll change the subject here. Any chismes going on in the village, folks? Give you an update.
Today they have a Christmas party, bro.
Okay, her sister's having a Christmas party.
Yeah, the subscribers sponsor that.
Okay, so some of you fine viewers out there sponsored a Christmas party at Flo and John John's or the village?
Resort?
At a resort.
Yeah.
All right. Got some deep pockets down there, sending everybody to the resort. Tai going?
Nah, the ladies only.
Ah, the ladies only. Flo's crew.
Yeah.
Well, baby, don't nobody care about Grandma and Tai and
I don't know if they're going.
Ati Mai?
I don't No, only I know that.
Okay, sounds like they just trying to use the old YouTube as a dating service, but hey, whatever. At least the ladies are getting to go to the resort. What about grandma? Tell grandma she got to put a bikini on if she want to go to the resort. Folks, I know a lot of y'all miss our show, miss us living down there. I know y'all do. And you know, the children miss it down there. What a great lifestyle, right? They went from living next to the beach and going to the village and all that good stuff. Now we're up here doing suburban lifestyle training. But they're at the playground this morning. Ruby rolled them out to the playground. They're at the playground. They've already went to the Sorry store. But they do miss the country life. And they'll ask this one here, baby, do you miss living down in your hometown?
Of course.
What do you miss the most? I know you miss your family. Filipinos, they just love to be around their family. Okay? Now, understand, their family, not you. You're not family. They love to be around their family. Let's clarify that. I'm just trying to be honest and keep it real here.
No, we've been already all every day. How come I missed you?
So what you're saying is I need to go back to Pattaya for a couple months where you'll miss me?
Yeah.
That can be done. No problem. I'm just looking at the Cebu Pacific seat sale. Yeah, there's certain.
You cannot see the people that I miss you if we see each other every day.
That's right, because absence makes the heart grow fonder. Are there things that I miss about living down there? Yes and no. I mean, the big thing for me was the food. Okay, basically I starved for 2 years.
We should go to the store.
Yeah, I was at the point of just starvation. If it weren't for beer, up until the point I quit drinking, I was basically just living off of beer. So the food was absolutely horrible from my standpoint. I basically starved for 2 years. That damn, sometimes 5-hour bus ride down to Cebu City just to do anything or get on a plane, that's a man killer. That was a problem. But that little airport in Cebu City is a gem. The international side of that airport especially is just a wonderful, wonderful airport. You know, Angeles City is okay, it's nice, but it's no frills. There's nothing to write home about. In my opinion, the Cebu airport is just wonderful. So I missed that once I got to Cebu airport. I don't miss that 5-hour goddamn bus ride. Or if you got to run down to immigration, I don't miss that at all. I'll miss the lower prices down there. You know, living in the province versus living around the city. Prices are obviously higher. Except for the Pampang public market. Man, we could take 1,000 pesos over there, take a $17, $18 bill, and just come back with enough groceries for the week. And down there, the vegetables are just so much higher, less fresh. I mean, it's the last train stop. You know, it's the last train stop.
Don't put your finger here.
So are there things I miss? All right, let me ask you this, baby. What if we did, because this is one of my options. When I was thinking, what, after the 2-year run down there, we got to change course for many reasons. One was, you know, Force G school, finding a good special education program, but also for my mental health. I had enough. And okay, big pimping out there, go live right next to your in-laws in any country you're listening to me in. Go move in with or live right next to your in-laws in America. See how long that works out for you. Okay, see if there's not some stresses that are associated with that. I needed a break. So I was thinking, okay, I can move to Bantayan Island. That's my old stomping ground. Used to have an apartment on Bantayan Island way back in the day, before anybody knew about Bantayan Island. Well, from her hometown, it's a hour ferry ride, quick trike ride down to Hagnaya Port. So I can live on Buntain Island. Now they got a lot of tourism going on there. You know, always had great little restaurants, but man, the sky's the limit over there on food now. Foreign guy could eat like a king every day. On the weekends, if she wants to go see her family, okay, get your big ass on the ferry, go over there, see the family. You know, it's far enough away where people aren't stopping by every day. Now, it is a ferry ride. It is a ferry ride. They could get there, but mostly no. I always say the 2 island rule. Move 2 islands away from your wife's family and you'll maintain your sanity. That's 1 island. They could get there, but again, people aren't going to be at your house every day eating all your food, drinking all your beer. So Buntain Island actually would be a great compromise for both of us. That's how I met the old girl. Because Buntain Island was my second home. And she just happened to live close by. I needed a date for the night. You know, that's how I met the old girl. That's what took me to northern Cebu, not Daanbantayan. There ain't shit in Daanbantayan. Nobody goes to Daanbantayan. They go through there on the way to Malapascua. That's the only reason people go through her hometown. Okay, they go through there going to Malapascua Island to swim with the damn thresher sharks. I'm just telling it like it is. Yeah, there's a couple of nice resorts there, but nobody looks at a map and says, I'm going to Daanbantayan. Why? The only answer is because it's on the way to Malapascua. I'm just trying to be straight. So baby, what you think about moving to Buntain Island? Would that be a good compromise?
I don't know.
Well, it was either that, Angeles City, or Baguio.
Nagbantayan na lang po.
I'll tell you what, me and the kids can move to the island and you can come visit, you know, on birthdays or Christmas or the weekends. Up to you. Up to you. You can come visit on the weekends if you want. I'm sure I'll survive over there. All right, folks, thanks for hanging out with me this morning. A lot of times it's just a hangout, talk about nothing. Let's talk about different topics. What's going on here in the Philippines? The weather's cool right now. Hopefully the typhoon season is over. I'm hoping that it is. We're already, you know, coming up on Christmas, so it should be over. Should have been over already, but looking for some beautiful weather here. They got a Christmas party in a couple days. Not sure if we're having it here or somewhere else with the ladies. And the kids got a big long break like anywhere else in the world. Where are we gonna go? I don't know. Maybe we take a little trip. Maybe we take a little trip, spend New Year's somewhere at the beach. All right. Y'all hit that thumbs up, that like button for me. Helps out with them dang old Google squirrels. I certainly appreciate you. Folks, I'll see y'all on the next one, and peace out, my friends.